This is a picture of you on a black leather couch, passed out, correct?
Passed out's an interesting way of putting it. Maybe asleep.
Where is it? What residence?
That's in Boston.
I'm sorry?
That was in Boston when I was doing Black Mass.
In Boston. And that's ice cream on your lap, correct?
It is indeed. Miss Hurd asked me to hold the ice cream as she noticed that I was on the nod. That means falling asleep from the 17-hour day that I'd worked and also the opiates that I'd ingested. And if you'll notice, my right hand is in my pocket, so I wasn't participating in the festival of ice cream.
Okay.
I was holding her ice cream, and because she knew what was going to happen, that I would fall asleep and it would drop. And that was a wonderful picture to take for her.
Sure.
I don't know why she took it. But...
Well, so it's Miss Hurd's fault that picture was taken. Is that what you're saying?
She snapped it.
Amber Heard shared pictures she took of Johnny Depp passed out in court. As she told the jury, she began taking such photos because he wouldn't believe or would deny how out of control his substance use was, and that it would be her word against his team. The 36-year-old actress says she started to notice a pattern of behavior changes that would significantly complicate life depending on what he was using. But the Pirate of the Caribbean main cast hit back, saying his ex-wife timed him when tired, working mostly 17 hours a day, then taking photos to make him look bad. Who is telling the truth? Was Depp under the influence of drugs, as alleged by Amber, or was he tired from working long hours? Let's find out. Amber Heard snapped disturbing photos of Johnny Depp passed out after drug and alcohol binges because nobody believed he had an addiction problem, the actress recently said in court. 4 stunning photographs submitted to the Fairfax County Circuit Court in Virginia appeared to show the Pirates of the Caribbean star unconscious in chairs and on a hotel room floor. He'd pass out, get sick, lose control of himself. People would pick him up and clean it and fix it, Amber said on her second day on the stand. He wouldn't either remember or he would deny it, or he would accuse me of saying that this happened when it didn't. And there was no one to back me up, she said. It was just him, his employees, and everyone who had been taking care of him versus my word. And so I started to take pictures to say, look, this is happening, she told the jury. Both parties agree that drugs, violence, and alcohol played a central role in their toxic marriage. But who did what is hotly contested, as Depp sues his ex for $50 million for implying he abused her in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed. Although she did not name him, he claims her allegations cost him lucrative movie roles. And among the mutual allegations of violence and abuse, a handful of photos have been made public showing Depp in ways that he would never have wanted to be seen by his fans. Humiliating photos shown in court depict Depp slumped and unconscious on various occasions, allegedly under the influence of various substances. In one picture, with food spilled down his front, they paint a sad picture of a man who was, until relatively recently, one of Hollywood's most bankable leading men. It's a stark contrast to the star who went from art house fame and cult classics like Edward Scissorhands and What's Eating Gilbert Grape to a bona fide blockbuster star in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies through the early 90s. Amber told the court that privately, away from the glitz and glamour of red carpets and movie premieres, Depp would frequently pass out while under the influence and lose control of his bodily functions. She said it was left to those in his inner circle, herself included, to deal with the mess. I cleaned up after him, she testified. This man lost control of his bowels, and I cleaned up after him. She also testified that she had watched as Depp security guards changed him out of his soiled pants. He passed out in his own sick, and that he'd walk around saying he didn't have a problem, she told the court. Depp was the love of my life, but he was also this other thing, she said of his drug and alcohol abuse. And that other thing was awful thing that would come out and take over, and you couldn't see the Johnny I loved underneath it. No one told him. No one was honest with him, the movie star testified. Another picture shown in court shows Depp passed out on a sofa and ice cream spilled down his front. The actor defended the photo when it was shown, claiming it had been set up by Amber to make him look bad at the end of a 17-hour working day in Boston when he had just taken pain relief medication. He claims that the Aquaman actress had intentionally asked him to hold the ice cream, knowing that he would fall asleep and drop it. That was a wonderful picture to take for her, the star said sarcastically. Another photo shown in court depicted Depp's morning meal at Amber's LA house one day in March of 2013. 2 glasses of whiskey and 4 lines of cocaine. "You'd sometimes drink whiskey in the morning?" Amber's lawyer asked Depp, prompting a glib response from the star. "Isn't happy hour any time?" The actress admitted she started taking pictures of Depp around the 2-year mark of their relationship, and the act became looking for clues that he had began using again. "I started to pick up on the clues so I could figure out what I was dealing with," she said. "I understood enough about addiction to know you have to hit rock bottom, have some consequences to get better. At the time, I was already sensitive. I'd been in the relationship for over a year. I'd already noticed that there was this pattern of behavior changes that would make my life significantly more complicated or peaceful or difficult or wonderful depending on what he was using." She said Depp wouldn't remember any of his behavior or deny it happened. Depp also told his multi-million-dollar U.S. libel trial against Amber that she had pure hatred for him. He claimed his marriage descended into madness, chaos, and violence. Court proceedings in the defamation trial opposing the 2 stars will be on hiatus this week. Judge Penny Askerit is attending a conference and informed both parties and the jury of the break at the start of the trial. Amber will continue giving testimony on May 16th. She's already spoken extensively about her troubled relationship with Depp and detailed alleged physical fights. The court heard a harrowing account of an alleged sexual assault on the actress during a brutal and bloody altercation in Australia in 2015. According to reports by Law and Crime, Depp will also be called back to the witness stand as part of Amber's case. The jury will also hear from Whitney Enriquez, Amber's sister, and actor Ellen Barkin, with whom Depp had a brief relationship in the 1990s. We will cover these and other juicy parts of the hearing, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of them.